Yeah, I mean, just great. I mean, to score again the title is something special. Twice in 4 years, and becoming the youngest double champion in DTM is something special, and for me it feels definitely great. I mean, it was a hard season, a tough season until the very last end, until the last race. Edo fought it hard till the end, so it was a tough season. I think, yeah, good for the spectators definitely, with a lot of different winners. Amazing races, and then at the end to claim the title is always something special, and there are a lot of emotions and great yeah, great times, of course.
Please describe us the last, let's say, 10 laps of today. You knew Edo was in front, you were in P4 at that moment, and you were calculating always P5 is okay, P6 is not okay. What happened then? What went through your mind?
Yeah, true. I mean, we were running on P4, and I knew P4 is enough to get the title. Yeah, it was somehow a bit tricky because of, I mean, you still want maybe to achieve the podium, and I think we had the pace with the fresh tires compared to the Mercedes. But for me, it was maybe a bit too risky to make a move, or you also never know what the others are doing, like if the rest plays fair or not. So at the end, I decided to stay behind. Anyway, there was, let's say, a gap or yeah, no worry from behind. So actually, I decided myself to stay behind him, not to make a move, and to finish the last 10 laps. And of course, you're yeah, looking to your car and then hearing if everything is fine, if everything is working well, and then there is no problem which could come up in the very end of the race.
Du bist der jüngste zweifache DTM-Champion, den es gibt. Du bist jetzt auf derselben Stufe wie der Matthias Ekström, Timo Scheider, und noch mehr Titel haben nur Klaus Ludwig und Ben Schneider. Bedeutet dir das etwas?
Ja, ich meine, klar bedeutet es einem etwas. Ich glaube, das ist ein ganz besonderer Erfolg. Nur ganz wenige haben 2 Titel in der DTM eingefahren, und wie schon gesagt, das Ganze in 4 Jahren, es ist einfach unglaublich. Natürlich, gerade solche Statistiken machen mir natürlich auch Freude, wenn man hört, man ist der jüngste Doppelchampion. Und ja, es war eine fantastische Saison, es war eine trotz alledem schwierige Saison, wirklich bis zum Ende war der Meisterschaftskampf offen, und ich glaube, die Fans und Zuschauer sind definitiv auf ihr Geld gekommen. Ja, die haben viele actionreiche Rennen bekommen, viel Abwechslung, viele verschiedene Sieger, und am Ende war es, glaube ich, wirklich Spannung pur, vor allem auch wie das Rennen ablief, Startphase, Anfangsphase. Ich glaube, da war viel Action dabei, und ja, ich bin natürlich überglücklich, ja, den Titel nach Hause gefahren zu haben.
Es ist jetzt 5:30. Was passiert jetzt in den nächsten Stunden mit dir?
Ja, ich denke, ich muss die eine oder andere Frage noch beantworten.
Und danach?
Und danach wird ordentlich gefeiert. Ich glaube, wenn man einen zweiten Titel einfährt, kann man ordentlich feiern. Natürlich sind alle eingeladen, auch unsere Kollegen von Audi und Mercedes. Es wird ordentlich gefeiert, richtig Gas gegeben, und ob die Hospi danach noch steht bei BMW, kann ich nicht garantieren.
Na, schauen wir mal. Edo, we just talked before a little bit with one more question. You're still thinking about these 4 points, right?
No, I mean, I'm okay. I mean, I know, to be honest with you, I mean, yeah, for sure, you know, the disappointment is pretty big, but I mean, I did everything I could, and some things I could have done better, but I mean, there were other incidents, to be honest, this year that cost me quite a lot of points, so I mean, I cannot really be too sad about what I did this year.
What is your program for tonight?
I will try to go as quick as I can home, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm missing my wife, my little Sophia, to be honest with you, and for sure we're gonna celebrate a little bit with the guys and with the engineers, and then yeah, in 3-4 days I will be back in Kempten, you know, celebrating, you know, the up party, and yeah, this is actually my plan.
Very good. Jamie, 3rd place in the championship of the season. An excellent season comes to an end. What is your personal recap for 2016?
Overall, I think it was a good year, quite interesting year. Coming to this race, there was 3 of us theoretically that could still win the championship, so I think it was a good year for DTM, quite interesting. And for me personally, a decent year. Only one win, but consistently close to the top of the championship. And yeah, a few bad races that cost me overall, especially Moscow, Budapest, and Nürburgring spring to mind. And from that point of view, that's what put me out of the running for the title. But as Edo said earlier in the race press conference, I think the Audi was really strong this year. And personally, I still feel like I'm improving as a driver, and quite happy with where I am, and quite positive looking to the future.
Well, then BMW, Marco was pretty soon the best BMW driver and therefore in the lead for the championship. The Audi is a little bit different. How complicated and how difficult is it if you have more than one going for the title and being close?
I think you need to ask Dieter that question, but from my point of view, I like having strong teammates. You know, this year it was Edo that was consistently doing a good job, and I think as a driver you want that. You want to be pushed, and you know, in this championship you rarely get an easy time anyway, but it's always interesting having strong teammates, and I think as a driver it raises your game. So from that point of view, I like it. But obviously championship wise, it's maybe a bit more straightforward when there's clearly one guy who's always there, and I think that was Marco's strength this year. He was able to always be, say, in the top 6 in qualifying and the races, and his teammates couldn't really match him.
Thank you then.